All right, everybody, how are we doing today? I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. Instead of just going over the fight card predictions, I'm actually going to be breaking down some fight news, particularly UFC news. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. So, first off, I'm going to be going over some John Jones news. This fool has been in the news better reasons than bad reasons. But he's making headlines all week long, all month long. Everybody wants to know what the hell he's gonna do next. It's really annoying that nobody knows, but it's like, bro, come on, let's get to it. So what he has done is kept all of us not in the know. He says UFC knows his plan. UFC is the one saying it, or hasn't said it, I should say. But today we get a quote from him that says, John Jones undecided on future in UFC. I don't know what life holds as far as fighting and competing. I think what he's just saying is like, hey, I don't know what's coming next. I think that's all he's saying. But let's read it in context. So let's see. Let me move this a little bit. Okay. John Jones still isn't ready to declare if he's going to fight again or hang up his gloves for good. The reigning UFC heavyweight champion, who was fought past November when he finished Stipe Miocic in dominant fashion for his first title defense of that title, has been attached to a potential showdown against Tom Aspinall for several months. This is all things that we all know. It's not news, nothing like that. So I'm just going to skip to the full quote. I don't know what life holds as far as competing. John Jones told Vic Benson if asked if he could expect one more rodeo for him. I do feel like I'll be a lifelong martial artist, whether I'm coaching others or taking exhibition matches and things like that. There's a lot of great competition still in the UFC. I do view myself as more than a fighter, and being in my position, I feel like I have a lot more options than a lot of other fighters as far as the ability to leave and return and things like that. In previous posts on social media, Jones stated that the UFC is well aware of his plans for the future, and he was surprised that the promotion hasn't revealed to the world. So, what he had said. That's basically what I just said. Honestly, okay, if he doesn't know, time to strip him. Time just he has very much said, "Oh, I can leave and come back. I'm very blessed with things like that." He doesn't take that for granted, but at the same time, he's also currently taking that for granted. So just everyone's calling for it. We're gonna get to it later as well. Strip the fucking guy. If he wants to fight, he can come back and fight. Make Jones or Aspinall versus anybody. Aspinall's gonna win anyways. It doesn't really matter. Just get Aspinall a fight because he will be a champion that defends multiple times a year. He'll be the Alex Pereira of the heavyweight division, and we need that. The heavyweight division sucks. So this is John Jones again saying he doesn't know what's next, but he does know what's next. He's just not telling us because it's UFC's job to do that, and they refuse to. So on to the next John Jones topic. Petition to strip John Jones of UFC title draws 130,000 signatures. He clearly has no intentions of fighting. That's crazy. Again, from today or yesterday, if you're watching this, I'm recording this kind of late at night, or I'm streaming it late at night. Many are agreeing that John Jones is the greatest mixed martial artist of all time. However, Jones' resume has not saved him from criticism, blah, 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 blah. There's an interim champion, Tom Aspinall, who has defended. Let me see if you can see that. Who has defended his interim championship belt, which is stupid. Why would you ever defend an interim belt? That's the dumbest thing ever. Not on Aspinall's part, but on the UFC's part. Just it's so stupid. I don't. Is that the first time anyone's ever defended an interim belt? Either way, it's fucking retarded. Aspinall is ready to fight Jones. Jones refuses to fight him, says the Change.org petition reads. Therefore, we as fans must let Dana White know it is time to strip John Jones of the heavyweight title. He clearly has no intentions of fighting anytime soon. I think Dana White knows when he's going to fight, and he knows the trajectory that John Jones is on. He would strip him if it's. Last time it was different. He got hurt, and the heavyweight division sucks. This time, he's got a plan. So as long as he doesn't get hurt, then that's different. If there's a plan, then everybody just needs to shut up. I agree, strip him, but I'm not going to go sign a petition for it because Dana White would. He knows. He needs his fighters to be active. He needs the divisions to keep moving. He's not just going to let it stale out because of one guy. He's never done that before, and he's not going to do it for Jones. There clearly has been talks. There clearly, maybe the contract's not signed, but a contract is there. So I don't know. I understand it, but at the same time, it's like, okay, like, come on, guys. Dana knows this. He's not, the UFC didn't get to where it is because fans made petitions. So, like, let's just let him do his job. Let's see if, let's just see what this person says. I've been a huge fan since about 2006. I watch every pay per view and tend to travel to one or two live events a year. At one time, John Jones was my favorite fighter. Hell, I had his shoes even. The whole debacle is a stain to the sport. If John won't fight Tom, he needs to be stripped. Dana cannot keep playing favorite like this. It's asinine. It's wasting Tom's prime. It's unfair to other fighters, and quite frankly, it's ruining the sport. Love the UFC, but this is an issue, and perhaps we all need to boycott it. Then they won't do something about it, or they won't do something about it. Also, at the same time, Aspinall's a great fighter. He's very confident he can win no matter who it is. So if he wants to fight that bad, just sign a contract to fight somebody else in the meantime to stay active. If you lose, you lose. Big deal. It's not like he's not going to be a champion one day. The fool is the most like prime heavyweight that there is. So that was it. Petition to strip Jon Jones. Let me know down below if you agree with this petition. Did you sign the petition? I personally don't really care. I'm pretty sure they have a plan, but hopefully we'll find out by International Fight Week what that plan is. Last Jon Jones topic we got coming up. Jon Jones puts himself on MMA Mount Rushmore alongside 3 legendary UFC champions. You can say that's narcissistic, and I understand, but at the same time, nobody's ever done what he has. He's literally going through 3 generations of fighters right now. So let's see who we put up there. I don't care about that stupid ad. Okay, arguably the greatest fighter in UFC and MMA history as a whole. Showed some respect to a few other legendary names. Currently, the UFC reigning heavyweight champion Jon Jones previously established himself as an all-time great during his time with the UFC light heavyweight belt before he moved up a division in 2023 and claimed his second title, submitting Ciryl Gane at UFC 285. Bones successfully defended the heavyweight title against Stipe Miocic at UFC 309. Fans have recently called for him to be stripped. Okay, we got over this. Okay, let's just see his Mount Rushmore. Many fans already consider Jones to be the GOAT of MMA. While the 37-year-old does acknowledge his own place in the sport's history, he also celebrated 3 other legends when we recently asked to name his Mount Rushmore fighters. Okay, I have not seen this article, but I am going to guess he's going to put GSP, Anderson Silva, and maybe Randy Couture, one of the old guys. And if he puts any, so those would be the men. And if he puts any woman in there, you can kind of interchange them. I think GSP and Anderson Silva are on there for sure. And if you want to put a woman in there, I would say he would probably put Amanda Nunes or Ronda Rousey, just because Rousey kind of got the women's division where it is. Like she walks so they could run. But Amanda Nunes is like the only double champ ever to actually simultaneously defend both belts, which is awesome. I think that's good for her. Or obviously it's good for her, but I think that's what the UFC needs to see. And usually, I don't know which gender it's harder to co-weight for, but I mean that's a tall order. So let's see. Demetrius Johnson. Oh, okay. Demetrius Johnson, Anderson Silva, and George St. Pierre, and myself in no specific order. Okay, so I got 2 out of the 3. Demetrius Johnson is one of those very underrated fighters. I actually saw him fight Henry Cejudo. I think it was their second time, but he wasn't entertaining, I guess. I don't know. I didn't really get into the Demetrius Johnson train until he left. But I could definitely see why. You look at his record, he was an all-time great. I think we've really done great things in this sport. Demetrius Johnson, Anderson Silva are on the conversation alongside MMA GOATs. Okay. Then yeah, talking about GSP leaving to go and fight Bisping. That was a crazy fight. So all right, fans still waiting on Jones versus Aspinall Blockbuster. That's it. Pretty quick little Jon Jones title there for his Mount Rushmore. Jesus, Mount Rushmore. Let me know down below who is your Mount Rushmore. I put GSP and Anderson on there for sure. I would want to put Jones, but just because, like, as a fighter, yes, but because of all of his outside stuff, like, it's hard to put him there. But also, I preach when it comes to actors, you got to separate the actor from the person, and I think you have to separate the fighter from the person as well. So I'd say he'd be on there. The last one I would probably put. Oh, it's so difficult. Fuck it, Conor McGregor. He got the sport to where it is. He did what Ronda Rousey did for women's MMA. UFC was big, but Conor just took it to a whole other level. It's hard not to have him there. But anyways, on to the next topic. Former bantamweight champion Peter Yan returns against Marcus McGee at UFC Abu Dhabi in July. So I don't think anybody saw this fight coming, and I'll be honest, I don't even know this guy's Marcus McGee. I don't even know what his face looks like just hearing his name. Strange matchmaking alert. Former UFC champion bantamweight number 2 ranked Peter Yan returns after an 8-month hiatus facing number 13 Marcus McGee. I mean, it's almost a year, so I mean, I'm not surprised they're giving him somebody a lower ranking, but I would assume they would give him like 8 instead of 13. To be fair, I don't know who's in the 8th spot right now. He may have already fought him. Yes, Yan, who has a stronger claim to bantamweight title shot at 316 than Sean O'Malley, is pitted against a fighter largely unfamiliar to MMA fans. On paper, this matchup it promises fireworks. Both are elite strikers, but pairing them in their current rankings feels utterly perplexing and makes zero sense. Well, that's also what happened when Peter Yan fought Sean O'Malley, and that was a really good fight. And some people still think Sean O'Malley lost that fight, but it's the same thing. Yan doesn't care; he just wants to fight. Obviously, he's not going to get a title shot a month after they already have one, and he was injured, or whatever he was, so he probably couldn't have even fought for this title shot. They might have offered it to him, and because he couldn't, they gave it to Sean. Who knows? He's on a 2-fight win streak, rounding from a 3-fight slide. The Russian delivered a commanding unanimous decision over Davison Figueiredo. That was a good fight. Jan has been pushing for a clash with Umar Nurmagomedov, but that appears to be shelved for now. I would like to see them fight too. The two Russians. Let's get them at it. This is McGee. All right, he's 10-1. Okay, he's got a good record going. He last fought in November. Okay, he's probably on the prelims. So I mean, let me know which. Okay, let's see. This is the July Abu Dhabi card. Evlovov and Aaron Pico. Okay, welcome Aaron Pico. Peter Yan versus Marcus McGee. Different Magomedov versus Berelut. Oh, he just fought a couple weeks ago. Nikita Krylov versus Bogdan Guskov. Asu Amabayev versus Razman Tamirov. And Aslan versus Elikana. Okay, so I'd have to see some of these faces. I can't recognize, I recognize the name, but I don't know the face right off the bat. But this seems like a pretty good card. Abu Dhabi, so it's going to be one of their morning cards, I believe. But okay, I mean, I'm not against the fight for Peter Yan. I just like a guy that likes to fight, and he was hurt, so he couldn't fight for the title. So there you go. Let me know down below what you think about this. Do you like this fight for Peter Yan? Do you think it's ridiculous? Do you think he should just wait to see who wins next week and get the title shot? Let me know your thoughts. Next up, we got some fun news. Let's see if it actually happens. Michael Chandler drops fight date for long-awaited clash against Conor McGregor. Oh, Jesus. Here we go again. But doesn't mean it can't be fun. Michael Chandler is remaining hopeful that he will eventually fight Conor McGregor, as he has even dropped a fight date. Instead of waiting even longer to fight Conor McGregor, Michael Chandler returned to the octagon this past April at UFC 314, where he took on Paddy Pimblett. He also fought and lost to Oliveira, I think, in December. Let me get out of this ad. Unfortunately, Chandler, he was utterly dominated by Pimblett. Yeah, that was bad. Prior to the fight, McGregor declared his interest in fighting the winner of the lightweight fight, and despite the baddie coming out on top, he told Chandler that they have unfinished business. Yes, they do, but let's see if McGregor can even do anything, dude. This guy, I don't know. I'm getting over him. I'm getting over waiting for him. Michael Chandler drops fight date for McGregor clash. Since then, McGregor has dropped more hints regarding his return to the UFC, ordering Dana White to send the doctors to him so that he can re-enter the testing pool. Despite the Irishman's clear eagerness to return to action, Dana White recently provoked a public update that Conor McGregor won't return anytime soon. And with that, Iron Chandler has provided a huge update this Thursday, claiming that he and the former champion, or double champion, will finally clash in 2026. Conor, Chandler first said on Threads, 1/24/26. Chandler added in a separate post. With the Notorious not having registered a test session yet this year, according to the UFC anti-doping database, a return in 2026 would make sense, as it would give him time to be in the testing pool for a 6-month period that he would need to be. McGregor was recently called out by BKFC star Mike Perry, but that fight cannot happen until the Irishman has finally finished his contract with the UFC. I wonder, can he even fight in the BKFC as a part owner? Conor McGregor recently celebrated a title in a different sport. During this time out of the octagon, Conor McGregor put a lot of time into promoting his BKFC, where he's now a co-owner. There we go. As well as that, Notorious has been competing in soccer, and he recently celebrated winning the league with his soccer team, Black Forge FC. Okay, that's cool. I didn't know that. He's got his own football club. Despite his continued fame and wealth, McGregor is seemingly still eyeing a return to combat sports, and a long-awaited clash against Chandler seems like the only viable outcome. Absolutely. Nobody else for him to fight. Unless you're going to bring back Tony Ferguson and he fights Tony Ferguson. There's just no other fight there for McGregor. But go ahead, let me know down below. Do you think this fight will actually happen in January? Do you think McGregor is done with the UFC? And if he's not going to fight McGregor, who would you like Chandler to fight next? I would assume it would be one of, if not his last UFC fight. After that, latest Nashville fight card, UFC, ESPN start time, date, and location. Lewis versus Teixeira. So, longtime UFC heavyweight herder Derek Lewis will look to add another victim to his growing collection of record-breaking knockouts at UFC Nashville. But first, a Black Beast will need to survive 28 minutes against 6'8" Brazilian bomber Thaleson Teixeira. Undefeated at 8-0 with 7 knockouts of his own, one of these titans will be playing the hits this summer in Music City. So these are the two guys. Derek Lewis, I was kind of hoping Derek Lewis would be on that 317 card, but it's okay. I think Nashville, is that his hometown? he likes fighting in his hometown. Maybe it's Houston is his hometown. But yeah, this Teixeira guy's a beast. But Derek Lewis has crazy knockout power. So the knockout power with both these guys, I think it's going to be a very fast fight. I'm going to give it the first 3 minutes, unless they dance around. But yeah, oh man, this is a good fight card. Jesse Holland is among the best of long-short tenure professional sports combat MMA. Okay, he's just the guy that wrote the article, I think. So let's go over the card for UFC Nashville. The main card is going to be Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis and Teixeira, the main event. Then we got Calvin Kattar and Steve Garcia. Lauren Murphy versus is it Lauren or Lerone? I think that might be Lerone Murphy versus Eduardo Mora. Fatima Klein versus Melissa Martinez. Petrino versus Austin Lane. Jake Matthews versus Nojakani. Chris Curtis versus Max Griffin. That'll be a good fight. Gowder versus Valentine, and Junior Tafa versus Tokos. So that's a good main. That's just the main card. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 on the main card. I think probably these last two will get dropped to the prelims, but I think that's going to be a fun card, a fight night, free night. There's going to be a crowd there. It's not going to be at the Apex. So I think this will be a good card. I'm looking forward to it. Let me know down below who you think is going to win between Glover Teixeira and Taliesin, or not Glover Teixeira, Jesus. Taliesin Teixeira and Derek Lewis. Next topic, going on to Paddy the Baddy. Paddy Pimblett turns down a top contender with a savage response. Paddy Pimblett is looking to get the most bang for his buck as he fights for higher stakes in the UFC. He's now ranked number 8. He knocked out Michael Chandler, which got him there. Let me get out of this ad. Some names stand out to Pimblett more than others. Paddy Pimblett shuts down Arman Tsarukyan as his next UFC fight. Earlier this month, number 1 lightweight contender Arman Tsarukyan shot a shot at Pimblett, saying that the fight makes sense since Oliveira and Topuria have the title fight. Yeah, I'll take that fight with Paddy Pimblett in the summer, Tsarukyan told Ray Corner, because he's a big name and it makes sense. Let's see what Paddy says. Tsarukyan dropped we know that. Pimblett, however, believes nobody cares to watch Tsarukyan fight. Either way, he'd rather fight Justin Gaethje in a title eliminator. I agree. I think that'd be a fantastic fight. That would truly test the chin of Paddy Pimblett. He took that one hit from Chandler like nothing. But I think Gaethje might even hit harder than Chandler. And man, that'd be crazy. The chin's made of granite. No one cares about Arman Tsarukyan, and the people actually want to watch Gaethje fight. Pimblett told BBC. People know it'll be an exciting fight. Me versus Gaethje. Tsarukyan, he's just an absolute tool. So, yeah, basically, Paddy's just there. He's like, nah, I'm good. I'd rather fight Gaethje. He's more of a fun fight. He's a bigger name. More people want to watch him. So, can't blame Paddy with this. Go ahead and let me know down below. Do you think that Paddy and Gaethje is a good fight? Would you rather see Paddy fight Tsarukyan? And if not, who would you rather see Paddy fight? Should he wait for the title, or should he get somebody else? I think he should get 1, maybe 2 fights more in before he gets a title shot. But I think come summer next year, he will be a UFC champion. Go ahead and let me know down below if you agree or disagree. And let's move on to our final topic. Final topic is going to be breaking down this week's fight night. We have Erin Blanchfield versus Maycee Barber. So let's go ahead and get to the prelims. We're going to break this down and have some fight card predictions. First up on the prelims, we have Ryan Dos Santos versus Alice Ardeleon. I'm going to go with Dos Santos. After that, we have Oki versus Aswell. I'm going to go Aswell. After that, we have Trevin Giles versus Andres Gustafsson. Ooh, that's tough. It's a catch weight, so that means one of them missed weight, or they both did. I'll go Trevin Giles. That's going to be a tough one. I think Gustafsson might take it, but I can't go against the United States guy. All right, then we have Kurt Holobaugh and Jordan Levitt. I got Kurt Holobaugh, Jordan Levitt. He just bothers me. After that, we have Rafael Filo and Nascimento. I have Nascimento in that fight. And going into the main card, we have Zachary Reese versus Dusko. I don't even know how to say this guy's name. But this guy, this Serbian guy, he looks like the Dum Dum, you give me gum gum. He looks like that mixed with Sneeko. So that I hope that's not mean, but I mean, I'm just saying that's how I would compare the two. But I'm going to go Zachary Reese. And maybe Serbia will knock out Zachary Reese for the United States and make fun of me. After that, we have Caitlin Vieira and Macy Chasen. Macy she's on a hot streak. She's doing pretty good. I think she will take this fight. I think she'll win by submission. After that, we have Dustin Jacoby versus Bruno Lopez. Ooh, this would be a tough fight. I will go with Justin Jacoby. After that, we have Billy Ray Goff versus Ramiz Brahma. I don't even know how to say his last name. I'll go with Billy Ray's a heavy favorite. I'll go with Ramiz. Let's see what happens. Then we have Gamrot versus Klein. I'm gonna go Gamrot. And then in the main event, we have Aaron Blanchfield versus Macy Barber. Aaron Blanchfield is the favorite, but I think it's Macy's time. I think she's going to go on a streak, and I think she's going to get the title. I have Macy winning the fight. Go ahead and let me know down below what you think of this fight card. It is a fight night. I don't think it's at the Apex, but it might be. And then we got one more week till a pay-per-view, so we've been on a little break from the UFC, but it's okay. I think this is going to be actually a really fun fight night. I think there's going to be a lot of good fights here. So again, let me know down below who you have winning, and let me know what you think of the fight. And with that, that is it for UFC news today. I will be doing this more often. I like doing kind of like the live stuff. I flow a little bit better than when I do recording videos. So with that, I'm going to end here, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.